from the Big Ten, the Minnesota Golden Gophers, taking on the winners of 9 straight, the Oregon Ducks. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. The Golden Gophers will kick it off to get us underway. Here's the return from inside his 10. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. The Ducks offense will take the field first. And they are coming off a sensational performance led by this quarterback who's hoping he can build on things, Jesse.
Well, I know, having played the position, when you have a big game, you just can't wait to get back out there again and build on that performance. David, last time out, he was making the right reads. He showed off his arm talent. He had this offense moving up and down the field and finding the end zone. And you know he's excited to take on this defense today.
Yeah, and talking to the defensive coordinators coming into this football game, like, they're not going to do what happened last week. Like, you can't sit back and make the coverages easy for him to diagnose. He'll pick you apart like he did last week. Look for some change-ups and some curveballs for this defense.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Wide receiver comes in motion. Now the play fake. Under fire. Fires downfield. Oh, goes right through his hands, and he will think about that one for a while. It'll be 3rd down. Now this offense tries to figure out a way to move the chains after the 2nd down misfire. Moore will throw. Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete. And the Ducks will bring the punt team onto the field. They'll boot it away for the first time tonight. Fair catch is collected at the 24, and that's where they'll start this drive. So Minnesota's offense will take the field for the first time. And this might be a real challenge for this quarterback because that corner, David, can take away an entire half of the field.
Yeah, and that's the bright part of this defense. Like you know out wide exactly what you're getting week in and week out, and it is top flight. Like one of the best in the country.
Oh, he's got some space. Few things on offense as reliable as a tough power back as he plows his way ahead to the 33. This crowd, full throat, spreading the eardrums and letting him know it's going to be a long day. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down.
Yeah, and tight ends aren't just line up and block guys anymore. These guys are athletes. You line them up all over the field, and nowadays you can start to feature them more and more in the passing game.
He'll keep it himself. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle. Let's take a minute just to think about Minnesota. A big-name running back, always a great get in the recruiting world. 4-star running back they got last week. Seems as if he'll fit in nicely here.
Oh, he's going to be a great fit. I mean, when you get a great player like that, the whole fan base gets jacked up. You see it all over social media, and it starts to build some momentum in your recruiting class.
And the Golden Gophers are moving quickly down the field. Wants to go up top on first down. Quarterback just flat and missed it. Incomplete.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
This freshman quarterback is slinging it out there to pick up that first down. The Golden Gophers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Use the play fake, now to throw. Grabbed in the middle, it's Tracy. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
And the offense here dialed up a really good zone beater. Give credit to the offensive coordinator. He called the right play at the right time.
Running back searching for a hole. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. They'll try the counter. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And listen, it's tough. It's a tough proposition. This is a top 10 defense against the run. You know they're physical. You know who they are. But you're not going to bat an eye. And you're going to challenge your guys, especially in the red zone, to be more physical, to be able to continue to run the football against a really good defense.
Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on. And if the kicker can put one through, this will be a successful drive. This whole place going to see if this kicker can operate in the sea of noise. And this one sails through just inside that left upright. And the first points of the day come on that field goal.
Man, these late-night crowds are so much fun. They're so into it, so much energy in this building. And the visiting team drives down the field. Tell you what, drive stalls out a little bit, but they quieted this place a little bit by getting 3 and starting this game off on the right foot.
After putting up the field goal, they're set to kick it away. On the move from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. They went 3 and out on their first possession now to see if they can be more productive this time around. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. Bringing the heat. Pulls it in. It's Hughes. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Let's take just a second and talk about Oregon. It's the conference finale today. Win this, win extra football ahead. It's taken a ton of hard work to get here, David, and they certainly can't afford to let down.
Yeah, and you people, Reese, you know, that looking ahead, always point to the future, like they need to win today. Like their goals are still in front of them, but today is a big day in the conference to continue to keep winning.
And that's the thing I think their coach kept reminding his team of all week long. At the very start of the year in our first team meeting, we put our goals up on the board. The #1 goal was to win the conference. And they have a chance to guarantee themselves a spot in that game with a win today.
They'll turn to the Wildcats to keep this drive alive. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. On the direct snap, it's Stewart. They make the stop, but not before the chains move and the Wildcat formation pays off. And they'll line up from the 31 on first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. I don't think that's the way they drew it up. Incomplete.
This is going to be a key that we look at this entire game. How can this defense find ways to affect this quarterback and get pressure on him? Because they felt coming into the game, if they could do that, they could affect him and influence this passing game.
Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Moore to the air. He unleashes a long one. Catch inside the 30 and still running. And the tackle is made, but not before that completion gets them 30+. What a nice throw there, just carving up the defense. You make these types of passes downfield, and reminds me of Justin Herbert just carving up Arizona State for nearly 5 bills.
Yeah, just making big plays in the passing game. This offense is built on the run. It always has been. It always will be. That's what the Ducks hang their hat on, but making those explosive plays down the field when the defense slips up and loses a little bit of eye discipline.
The Ducks are on the move. They go to the ground. There he goes. Got it into the red zone, dragged down at the 18-yard line. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Ducks with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Trying play action. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Got room on the return.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football, and he's starting to develop that. His 3rd interception on the season, just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
They'll put the ball in play from just inside their own 40 at the 39. Dropping back, it's Lindsey. Rushes on him. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover. There is little that warms the heart of a defender like a strip sack. Even better if you get the ball.
And I like the awareness of this defender on the play because he knew he might not actually get to the quarterback and make the hit, but he was able to still swat away, use those long arms to create the turnover.
And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen.
Breaks into the open. And they finally get him stopped, but it's a big throw and catch, and he's down at the 5.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
And the Ducks will try to put one on the board on 1st and goal. He wants to throw it. Into the end zone. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there.
Well, that last incompletion is a good example of why your timing has to be so good as a quarterback, because the windows, they open and they close so quickly in this part of the field.
Tight end now in motion. The run up the middle, looking for the score. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Oregon!
And this running back is so dangerous down close to the end zone. He's got wiggle, he's got great vision and burst, and he showed all of those attributes right there.
He'll try to tack on one more. And the extra point is good, and it's a 4-point lead. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
And we'll have a shakeup in the MAC standings this week. Check this out. Toledo was relentless today in a road win that frankly wasn't even as close as the final score indicates. This was a vintage Rockets performance, one that really should instill confidence within this program. Never a dull moment when it comes to football in the MAC, and that certainly held true again today.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. To throw, it's Lindsey. Setting up the screen. At the 35, he's open. He goes out of bounds, maybe a step shy of the 40. They're going to mark it at the 39, and a really nice pickup there. Plays like that, but just a second of hesitation in the defense to make sure, and they're able to take advantage here.
And they use the great timing with this call, right? Like, you can't call this play all the time, but you want to catch them when they're a little bit aggressive, not thinking about it. Nice job slipping the screen behind them, making the easy catch, and then getting downfield, picking up some extra yards.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to pass. Here's a heat. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33.
Man, this defense has been so impressive to watch. Look at them. Get to the quarterback, get the sack. They play so fast. It's like they have 12 men on the field. Another good performance going down right now. Coming off of last week, putting a goose egg on the board against their last opponent.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Oh, the offense lucky to fall on that loose football.
Well, ball security doesn't just apply to running backs and receivers. QB's got to keep 2 hands on the ball as well. They're very lucky after that fumble that the offense jumped on.
And the Golden Gophers will try to pin them back with the punt. They'll boot it into the night sky for the first time. Might have thought he'd want to try to pick up a few yards there, but he's content with making the fair catch right around the 35-yard line. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. Off to a good start here and back to work now with a 7-3 lead. First play of this drive comes from the 35-yard line. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down, second down coming.
They just have not been able to get this guy going. They've thrown it to him over and over again here in the first quarter, and QB and him just not able to link up. The defense knew that was where this guy was going to be looking, but these two, they've got to find a way to get on the same page.
Fires to the tight end, and maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Great recognition by the defense on that pass play. They knew exactly who the quarterback was going to, and they got there quick.
Moore will throw. Got it in the middle. It's Moore. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on third down.
The best one. I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
The Ducks now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Wants to fire on second down. Throws to the wideout. That is just a sideline clinic. Throw, catch, toe drag, everything you want. The Ducks keeping this defense off balance. They can hit them from a variety of angles, this time going up top.
So many things to look at. You know, they've always traditionally gone fast as well in the past in Oregon, but, you know, the quarterback run, the run up the middle, and then play-action pass, they keep you guessing a lot, and they make a lot of plays down the field because your eyes are focused on something they shouldn't be focused on.
Time has expired here in the quarter, and Oregon has the lead. And we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the second period. So after the break, they'll go back to work. Motion from the back. Looking to throw on first down. Makes the grab. It's Moore. Out of bounds, right at the 20-yard line. Edge of the red zone, and they have their eyes on the score. Oregon was dominant last season until the Ducks ran into that Ohio State juggernaut in the Rose Bowl, and that left Oregon still in search of its long-awaited first national title.
Well, Dan Lanning has built this thing into a national championship contender. He's done it in the trenches. But I'm curious to see what they do at quarterback and how that position plays out. Dylan Gabriel exhausted his 17th year of eligibility finally last year, David, so that's where my eyes are at.
He did, no doubt about it. He was around for a long time, but I think it's more the excitement with Lanning and continuing to bring in high recruiting classes, but breaking through and getting that first national title. They're on the precipice. Is this the year?
Using his legs, it's Hughes. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive.
Yeah, and it's so nice. Don't overthink it, right? Just hand it off, get the first down, new set of downs, let's go.
Moore to the air. Under fire. He's going for the goal line. He's all the way down to the 2-yard line. Just spectacular execution there.
The offense trying to throw it there quickly down close to the goal line. Nice job by the defense tackling the catch.
2 of their 3 red zone trips have come up empty. They'd like to punch it in here on 2nd and goal. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
It's looking like they're going to have to try to throw this one into the end zone here on third down, David. Quarterback's got to be careful. Can't get greedy because you know these windows, they close fast.
Extremely tight windows. Find your big body guys that you know can win in contested situations here on third down.
That third down pass was coming in hot before it fell to the ground. Now on fourth down, here comes the field goal team. And the holder will spot it on the 14 for a 24-yard attempt. It's good, and that was dead solid perfect. Now up by 7 points here in the second.
And you want a touchdown, and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
After that last field goal drive, they're set to kick it away. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Leaves it with the back. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ball.
Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down. Dropping back, it's Lindsey. It's incomplete, and that also might be what is called a learning experience and one this freshman got away with. The Golden Gophers will punt this one away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Makes the catch at the 30. Looking everywhere for room to run, but really good coverage, and he'll step out of bounds. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. They'll start this drive from their own 35-yard line. Going right to work up top. Quarterback needs to make a better throw there. Incomplete.
And that's a missed opportunity. I mean, he had him open. He could have thrown that football maybe with just a little bit more touch. He had plenty of mustard on it. You could see he threw a bullet. But sometimes when those guys are wide open, you see quarterbacks just, they try to aim it a little bit too much, and it'll come up short.
Really good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
The Ducks are at the line trying to move the sticks on third and short. On third and short, just trying to get enough for the first down. Stopped in the backfield, and this defense has forced him into fourth down. And here comes the punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Signal goes into the air, and he makes the fair catch at the 10. The Minnesota offense is headed back onto the field. This drive will commence from their own 11-yard line. A rather unproductive series last time, 3 and out, and they'll try to do better this time around. Grabbed over the middle, it's Coleman. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground covered, pick up the first. And the Golden Gophers can really attack on this second and short. Leaves it with the back. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. Minnesota has been perfect in bowl games under P.J. Fleck. Now the challenge, row that boat into deeper postseason waters.
But this is a guy who's very tenured in an era of college football where there's so much turmoil and turnover at the head coaching spot. Minnesota has found their guy in consistency. I think he's a guy who motivates this team extremely well, Dave, and because of that each and every year, this has got to be a program you keep your eye on.
Always, and they're always a team that's knocking on the door of beating some of these better teams that are playing for national titles or playing to get in the college football playoff. Just consistency, defense, toughness, always have a running game. Don't beat themselves. That's what you expect from Minnesota football teams.
The Golden Gophers are flying down the field. Handoff from the gun. Sweet cut there. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. This first half of offense won't go on the highlight reel so far. Starting to get things moving, it's 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Caught over the middle, it's Tracy. And he found all kinds of room and got it down to the 28.
And as a defense, how scary is it having to defend this guy? He's one of the fastest players in America, and you saw it on that last play. It's not necessarily throwing him the ball over your head. They just get it to him quickly. The hard part now is running and tackling that guy. Not easy to do.
Oh, better look out! This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
It's just so nice. QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
And that's a really good job by the defense, understanding leverage. That fast sucker get outside of me towards the sidelines. Nice job expanding with him and then going and making a tackle. One of the hardest things to do in football is tackle guys in the open field. Great job going.
Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31.
And after that last sack, man, you could just see it. They are feeling themselves. After pitching a shutout last week, after dominating early in this game, it just seems like they're playing with a different aggression and a different level of intensity than what their opponent is. They have been so dominant.
And they'll send the field goal team back out for the second time tonight. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. Never a doubt. That'll bring him to within 4. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Right, guys, got a final score on one of the more intriguing games this week. Troy overcame a tough opponent, and not only that, a raucous crowd. The Trojans tuned out all the noise and showed this team can win on its field, your field, or a neutral field. Well done. A busy day in the Sun Belt Conference, and an outcome that figures to shuffle the deck there as we send it back to you.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Now from the 36-yard line, it's 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Use the play fake, now to throw. Got his man on the right. Turning it on. All the way down to the 27-yard line before they get him out of bounds, and this offense is threatening.
And This defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field, and they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
Quick release on the RPO. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Moore will throw. Buys a little time with his feet. He's going to take off. Wrestled out of bounds. They'll mark him at the 7-yard line, and this offense is more than threatening.
This is the most annoying thing in the world for a defense, is when you start to play all these plays and all these pass concepts and routes, and then you let the quarterback get outside the pocket, and he takes off, and he gets a first down. Like, so much to defend. That is the hardest thing to defend, because you don't know where it's going to happen on the field and when it's going to happen.
They'll take this lead to the 2-minute timeout and see if they can tack on a little more before the break. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Wants to go up top. Almost had the completion. Just missed it.
Nice execution by this defense on 2nd and goal. And they try to throw the football. They stay tight on them. If I'm this offense, maybe I run some crossers, a little pick route, try to get my guy open.
On 3rd and goal, they'll try to throw it in. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. And for the 2nd time tonight, they'll trot out the field goal kicker. And he kept that one just straight enough to graze inside the left upright. Now up by 7 points here in the 2nd.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
Minnesota has it back, and the Gopher offense is headed onto the field. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. From the shotgun, the inside give. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2. And the Golden Gophers moving quickly to the line. Looking to throw, it's Lindsey. Right down the middle. Complete downfield. Just gashing this defense. A big gainer to the 40-yard line. It's a first down. They'll stop the clock to reset the chains. Offense up-tempo. Looking to throw on 1st down. Finds his man. It's Taylor. He goes out of bounds right at the 30. Good pickup on that one.
And this offense, I think, will do a good job in this game divvying up the football and distributing it to different guys in the passing game. It won't just be receivers. It's not going to be tight ends. This running back, he's a weapon, too, after he catches it. You saw it right there.
And he's almost to that first down marker there, saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the first down. And it just squirted through his hands. He wanted to take off and got too anxious. And this kicker has had a busy night. The field goal unit is out there for the 3rd time. This whole place going to see if this kicker can operate in a sea of noise.
Well, that last missed field goal is essentially a microcosm of It's been for this football team. Things just not going the right way on offense, on defense, and on special teams. Guys, it's just been that kind of year.
The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. They've got some time to work with here, Jesse, and if they get a first down, they might really get aggressive.
I'd be aggressive right out of the gate. I'd be throwing for a first down. If I get it, then it's pedal to the metal. I'm in that 2-minute mode to try to score a touchdown or get a field goal.
But I do think this is a situation where you also have to understand that I have the lead going into the half. I've got the momentum, so don't do anything stupid here.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Snagged in the middle, it's Benson. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. A very productive play until it was wiped out by that penalty, and they'll go back to work. They'll line up for a second down play. Moore to the air. Sets up the screen. No, sirree, not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one.
Well, they try to spit it out to the running back on the perimeter of the field. You saw the speed and recognition by the defense, though, how quickly they were able to get to the back and get him down for a big loss.
On third and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. He's taking the shot. Makes the grab on the right. And he's brought down after a huge completion. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. And the Ducks have it with a 1st and 10. Looking downfield on first down. That's caught. It's Moore. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. The offense will quickly use a timeout.
Well, they're able to complete the hitch throw against man coverage. And, hey, quarterback's got to be able to get it to him quickly because he knows that defender is going to be driving on the ball. So really nice job not hesitating, getting it to him, and then he gets what he can get after the catch.
Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the first down. They'll immediately call timeout. And as the first half draws near to a close, here comes the field goal unit. It's good. He hit that one right down the middle. And now the lead is extended a little further. That's going to wrap up the first half here. And now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Guys, after seeing that, sign me up for another 2 quarters there in Eugene. And yes, football is a game of inches, but man, is that really the case when you consider the length of some of these possessions. Look, I'm not an analytics guy, but I do know this. The team that sustains drives and just moves the sticks might be the team that comes out on top today. And with that, let's send it back to the guys in Autzen Stadium.
Will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Minnesota offense is headed back onto the field. They got a lot done through the air in the first half, and they might need even more production here in the second.
I think they will, Reese, and I think this is an offense that has proven they're playing with good timing right now. They've got some matchups where they're winning one-on-one, and they're just going to have to keep going back to the well, David, and relying on hitting some explosive plays to win this game.
Yeah, and I think we look at numbers naturally, and they're losing. So that's the most important thing on the scoreboard, but they have had success. And so what do? You keep playing pitch and catch. You got to score, but you got to talk to your defense. I need some stops. I need the football back quickly so we can do some more damage.
They'll snap it from the 36. They've got a... Scanning the field, it's Lindsey. The short hands, it's Tracy. Good pickup, a little bit short of the sticks.
Now, I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down. The Golden Gophers are on the move. They're going to ride this running back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Looking to fire. And he just flat dropped it. I think he wanted to run before he secured it.
This is a situation here in the third quarter this offense did not want to be in, facing a top 10 defense, one of the best units in the entire country. They didn't want to get down on the scoreboard like this and all of a sudden have to throw the football when the defense knew that was going to happen. The incompletion there is not a big surprise. This defense knows what's coming, and it's all because of the points right now on the scoreboard.
The kick is on its way. Not going to get a chance to field that one, and the punt will bounce out of bounds. Opening snap of this drive comes from the 31-yard line. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play.
And he finally missed one, right? I mean, he's been pretty hot, right? 5 passes in a row. He's been moving the ball around, different platforms, different receivers. Just done a really good job spreading the ball around, and he's human. He finally missed.
Nice move to keep running. And he's able to shed one tackle and pick up pretty good yardage. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Ducks are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Wide receiver going in motion. He let the thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection.
3rd and short like that on your own side of the field, you're just looking for a quick hitter. You're trying to get the ball out of your hand quickly, but the timing completely off there for the offense, and the ball falls incomplete.
He'll make the fair catch at the 13, and they will have less than favorable field position here. Minnesota has it back, and the Gopher offense is headed onto the field. These guys really need to get something going on this drive. They are still well within striking distance, but they have very little to show for their possession so far. Fighting off the defender.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in 2nd and short, not a good job by this defense.
Off the play fake. Looking to the big tight end. Makes the grab. Oh, he's got some space. A huge play, and they get it all the way to the 45-yard line.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels. They'll move the wide receiver. Here's a quick throw out to the left. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
They're able to find the tight end for an easy completion, but good job tackling, not allowing him to get the first down.
He's got it on the right. And the big fella couldn't elude the cornerback who makes a sure tackle.
And watch the offensive line here. They all block run. Because they're blocking run, the quarterback decides, oh, I got a favorable matchup. He dumps it out to the right, makes the right read, gets a nice positive gain.
The power of Autzen Stadium on full display. The house of loud is deafening on this 3rd down. To the air, it's Lindsey. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose.
Man, those are backbreakers. Defensively, you get so excited. You force the fumble, I'm going to get a turnover. And the offense fouls him.
And the Golden Gophers decide to punt it away. He's getting a lot of work. Fourth time he's punted tonight. Wants to return it. Just a wall of defenders everywhere he looks, and he's guided out of bounds after a short return. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. First play of the drive comes from the 22. They'll move the tight end. Off play action on first down. Flushed out of the pocket. Finds his tight end. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. That's a way to give yourself some breathing room. Now the second play of the drive from the 36. Give to the running back. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And you're seeing on both sides really hard to run the football in this one. You've got to give both of these defenses tons of credit. They are so physical up front. These defensive lines can take the game over, and right now, it's tough sledding on the ground.
Got a man, it's Benson. And he'll be smacked to the ground.
I tell you, this slot receiver, he really does give his quarterback a nice option. Runs really good routes. He's got nice hands. You saw it on that last one.
All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
And obviously, this is one of the best offenses in the country, and it's because they get first downs. Top 10 in the nation, picking up first downs. How nice is it to know you can turn around, hand it off to that guy right there, and let him go to work.
Moore will throw. Quickly complete. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short gain there.
Yeah, and listen, I'm going to move this guy everywhere. He was in the slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up so they can double team him, put him in the slot, put him out wide. Either way, find this guy early and often.
Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down. And the Ducks come to the line with a new set of downs. To the air on first down. Got a man. It's Stewart. He was working his way toward that goal line. They'll stop him at the 2 after they play up top.
And that's the beauty of this offense and this playmaker wide receiver. Throw the ball short, but what he does after the catch, he's just got so much speed, so dynamic with the football. And this is why they get it to him short, because he can take it to the house or make a big play on any reception.
Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
A lot of times when you go back and you revisit these games, who takes advantage of these opportunities in the red zone, in these goal-to-go situations? Bad job on first.
Looking for the end zone. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Ducks! The mantra is always finish, and they're trying to do that here in the regular season with this Week 12 performance. They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
They've been talking about this one all week inside the MAC, guys. Let's give you a quick recap of how it went down. Ohio notched a victory in enemy territory, and though it wasn't a dominant win, I'd argue any win away from Athens is worth its weight in gold to the Bobcats. A busy day in the MAC, and an outcome that figures to shuffle the deck there as we send it back to you.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Off the play fake on first down, to throw. Wide open downfield. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down. He had the perfect play to open the drive, and now they'll snap it again from the 38. The give is to Taylor. Oh, he was in the backfield immediately. A 3-yard loss.
This has got to be disappointing if you're the offense, guys. You were expecting to have a lot of success running the ball, especially against this defense, which has struggled so much this season, but just nothing doing. They have not been good enough in the trenches so far.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. They're about to wear this punter out. He's already been out 4 times, staring at a 5th if they can't move the chains. And good use of the hands from the defense to deflect the pass on 3rd down. The Golden Gophers will call on their punt team. That leg is staying loose. Already the 5th kick of the night. They'll get down and put a stop to the return at about the 28-yard line. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. They'll christen this drive from the 28-yard line. They unleashed an aerial assault last time that took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something you wanted to accomplish. You make this defense think. You put them back on their heels. Now, shoot, Palmer, you might be able to slip a few runs in on this drive to really jack them up.
Yeah, I like that idea, but I also like the fact that speed kills. And they've got it at the receiver position, so if you've got one-on-one matchups, man, take advantage.
Hard running there. He'll go out of bounds, but a solid pickup on the run.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of a spot.
That's the end of the period, and Oregon has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. One more quarter to go, and it looks as if we are ready to play. They'll go back to work with a 1st down in the final period. Leaves it with the running back. Couldn't ask for much more there. A 1st down, and they're down to the 42.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? You've got to lead late.
He's going for a big play downfield. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't make the connection. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Red pass, it's complete. There he goes. He's finally stopped, but not before he takes it into the red zone. They'll mark it at the 18.
Defense just hasn't had an answer for this guy. He has been on point. This is about as good as I've seen him play at the quarterback position. And here in the 4th quarter with the big lead, he's still taking shots.
Might be calling a hot route. They'll send the tight end in motion. Toss sweep. Try to get it outside to the right. He's guided out of bounds at the 12-yard line.
I think you have to like what you see if you're the coaching staff here. Your offense is on the field, and it looks like you got a pretty good drive going, and you're just going to try and keep this thing marching, keep the clock ticking. You've got a really nice lead here late. Just want to find ways to keep the chains moving. They're doing it.
Looking to convert, they'll go to the Wildcat. On the direct snap, it's Hughes. And the defense stands up this offensive line and stuffs him right at the line of scrimmage. He didn't get it.
Man, and you see those sticks, and you're like, dude, 3rd and short. I just got to fall forward and get the 1st down, Palmer. But the defense comes up big and gets the stop.
So on offense, don't overthink this one. 4th and inches, just line up something easy. You know you can execute in your sleep and go keep this drive going.
The Ducks have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. What a job up front, and he'll lose a yard on that one.
And I got to find ways to manufacture some offense down here in this area. The field shrinks. It gets a little bit more difficult. So I got to take a few more chances, get the ball to some speed on the perimeter, try to make some big plays.
Touchdown, Oregon! And the punishment has been extended. That ought to be enough to make this lead insurmountable, and with it, they'll be a perfect 10-0. Well, that didn't necessarily go as planned, but it was most effective in the end.
I love it, Reese. Down in the red zone, and this quarterback didn't have anybody open. Didn't panic. He just decided, man, I'm going to go do this myself. I'm going to use my wheels and put up 6 on the board. He did just that.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Minnesota offense is headed back onto the field. After 3 consecutive punts, we'll see if they can dial up something that can get this offense moving forward. Looking for a man. It's Lindsey. Using the quick game. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down.
The offense has struggled. They're not going to win this game, but trust me, this coaching staff is still trying to find things to build off of for next week. And after an explosive play like that, maybe they can generate just a little bit of momentum and gain a little bit of confidence.
And it's loose. Defense grabs the football, and there he goes.
And that's a huge play by the defense. Great job and great effort getting to the ball carrier and swatting at the football, knocking it out, and then falling on for a massive fumble recovery.
Good field position to start this drive at their own 47.
Banner!
Sends it back in motion. On the run, it's Hughes. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
They'll try to move the chains on this 3rd and long from the 50. From the gun, the ground game. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. The Ducks will send out the punt unit. 4th time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. Punt is in the air on 4th down. And it'll be down right there. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Back to pass, it's Lindsey. They've avoided the interception all day, but they were lucky to get that one back here late. It'll be 2nd down.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback in this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on passes. They've had their number, and that's why they're leading by as much as they are.
This time on target. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down.
This has been a frustrating day. I mean, they haven't moved the ball consistently, and now you get a play, but they haven't put 2 and 3 and 4 plays together, and that's why they're trailing in this football game. So maybe they can find some kind of a rhythm here late in the game and get something cooking.
Well, and here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make a tackle, and bleed the clock. It's going to be hard now for this offense to claw their way back in this one.
And the Golden Gophers pick up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Just keep slinging it. And it's incomplete, but there's a flag in the backfield. Let's see who the call's on. They'll back him up with a holding penalty this time. They've spent most of the day backing them up with sacks anyway. The Golden Gophers are marching down the field. He's looking to throw. Fires to the big fella. Hard-hitting tackle.
And defensively, this is exactly what you want, right? You got the big lead, so you can play big zone coverages. Just keep the ball in front of you. Keep your eye on the quarterback. Rally to the football. Gang tackle. And you're going to win this game.
A safe call on the wide receiver screen. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. And the Golden Gophers are way behind the sticks on this third and forever. To the air, it's Lindsey. Just a short pass to the tight end. Tackled right at the 43-yard line, and this D didn't let him sniff that first down marker. Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. And they are stopped on fourth down. That decision will be questioned. Give to the back. And he'll lose yardage on this play. Loses 2 yards. Great job by the defense.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. It'll be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
And I know you can play these late-game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position. You're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
The play-action fake. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and fourth down's coming. And the Ducks line up to punt it away. This will be the 5th kick of the night. That thing was down for a while, but the big bounce carried it into the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. From the gun, the running back has it. Found a little bit of running room, knocked down at the 24 after a pickup of 4. Solid pickup of 4 on first down and 2nd and 6. They'll leave it with him. Can't get him to the ground. Not a lot of room, but found his way ahead for 2 out to the 26.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
The Golden Gophers come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. That will take us to the 2-minute timeout, and not much time left for this offense to put together a miracle. Facing a 3rd down and short from the 26. He'll pull it on the read. Oh, ball's out! Recovered by the defense, and he's off! He almost popped out of there for a huge return, but they will take it. They are in business after the fumble recovery.
And I tell you what, it's hard to be a quarterback in an option offense when you got so many things you have to be accountable for, and then you got to take care of the football, right? When you do make the decision to run, right or wrong, it's your decision. Now you got to wrap that thing up. You can't fumble the football.
Quarterback's just going to take a knee. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. And the offense is content with where it is. They'll take a knee. And guys, they really need to make something happen on this 3rd and long. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game.
Delay of game. Offense.
That is a completely avoidable penalty. The quarterback just went into brain lock and lost track of the play clock. strong, methodical, workmanlike effort from this team. No frills, just get the job done and get the win.
I love when you describe my teams like that. Just consistent, methodical, strong. I don't have to do things special every single week. All I'm supposed to do is get the W, and that's what they did.
And this is why practice is so important, guys. You can tell that this team was locked in way back earlier in the week. They watched the film. They got good looks in practice. They knew what to anticipate. They knew what looks they were going to see. And when those looks presented themselves, boy, oh boy, did they ever take advantage.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.